Moo! I'm Chaos Crazy, and this is a review of Master Quest. Whoa, I just I lost my mind there because I'm using Chaos Crazy's footage, and he has been playing Master Quest as an LP. So naturally, I instantly became Chaos Crazy for a moment. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm Protomario, and this is a review of Zelda Master Quest for the Nintendo Gamecube. And this is a game that was post-released the Zelda Ocarina of Time Wikipedia, so it is somewhat different. The Master Quest did come out a little bit later on because of reasons that pretty much Nintendo said, well, it's too hard for the regular people, which is a very big shame, and that's, oh well, but at least we got it. The Master Quest compilation was given as a premium for pre-ordering The Wind Waker in Japan and North America, as well as a special GameCube bundle at Walmart. The disc came in the same case as Wind Waker in the GameCube bundle, and in Australia and Europe, the disc came in the same case as the initial pressings of the Wind Waker. So that's pretty cool. There was also a different version available, which came out in a secondary box, and it goes for anywhere from $20 to $75 today, respectively. This game was released once again post The Legend of Zelda, and also came as a combo collection as the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition. This is a Master Quest, which is by many viewed as the real Ocarina of Time, but personally I feel that it's just a harder version. Maybe, something similar to Mario Kart and mirroring the dungeons. Many people believe Ocarina of Time to be the best Zelda game ever, and personally I am in agreement on one thing, that it is one of the best Zelda games of all time. But this game really does ratchet up a notch, and it really does great work with it. The Zelda Master Quest really took things to a new level with the dungeon, and it really did ratchet up on the difficulty, that's for sure. It's a bit more difficult due to the fact that the dungeons are kind of changed around. There is no way, shape, or form where you can't exactly beat the game. It's just the fact that the game is extremely tedious at times, shall I put it. That makes this game a very difficult pickup at times, and a very difficult playthrough. The Master Quest is a bit different than the Ocarina of Time, and it does come bundled in the GameCube 2-game disc edition, so that does mean you can get the Legend of Zelda Original Ocarina of Time and the Zelda Ocarina of Time Master Quest, never released before, the 1998 Game of the Year, in one GameCube disc collection. And it's not exactly the rarest thing in the world, it just commands a high price. The Zelda Master Quest does look vastly different, though, from the logo standpoint. On the front, the shield is a bit darkened, and the font and lettering is in purple instead, as well as there's an ocarina on the front of the Zelda Master Quest with the underlettering and the ocarina in the background, so it is a bit different than the original Ocarina of Time's logo, and it looks vastly darker. Ocarina of Time is the second quest version of the original Ocarina of Time, the Master Quest, that is, for the 64. Master Quest contains largely the same content of the original Ocarina of Time, but was redesigned with more difficulty in dungeons. This has been quoted by many Nintendo officials that have been asked about this game. Master Quest was available on a special disc that was also contained the Ocarina of Time, as I stated before, and once again it was sold with Wind Waker. In the late 1990s, Nintendo had planned an add-on peripheral for the N64 known as the N64DD, as you know, with use of magnetic discs, allowing for more memory, extra content, and new games. While Nintendo had hoped that the N64DD would attract third-party developers, they also had several first-party title and expansions prepared, including The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, entitled Zelda. Zelda was to be a much harder version of Ocarina of Time, featuring redesigned dungeons to give players who have mastered the original Ocarina of Time challenges a new challenge. However, because the N64DD was a commercial failure in Japan, Zelda expansion was ultimately never released. Several years later, on the Nintendo Gamecube, the Master Quest was redeveloped and re-released in a collection and was touted as a never-before released. There is actually a Master Quest ROM of the version ported from the N64, however it is only playable through emulation. So there is a Nintendo 64 DD ROM out there, and you can actually play it for the emulator. There are several different changes to this chronological progression through each dungeon. The gold skulls are different, the frame rate is slightly improved, and the graphics is slightly enhanced. Certain items that are optional in the original are now mandatory for the completion of the game. Some minor glitches from the original have fixed, and it is now possible to lose Zelda's letter. So, more or less, this game is slightly changed, a slight variant of the original. And here's a shout out to Cows Crazy. So if you haven't been able to play this game, acquire it because of financial reasons, or the fact that it's just incredibly difficult to you, go ahead, head over to Cows Crazy on YouTube and check out his LP of this. You can't go wrong with that guy. He's funny, he's hilarious, and he plays the game for you. So enjoy.